Hey guys, it's Brandon, aka The Workman's Pomp. Today I'm back at it again with another Lockhart's review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Lockhart's water-based clay, Fat Clay. Now, what I have here is one of their custom like brews. It's from the or custom scents. It's one of the Greaseall, from Greaseall that Inzall. It's just a cool container with a different scent. But even if I did have the original Fat Clay, they just changed the labels. And it has like the Goon guy on there. And to my speculation, why they kind of changed some of the labels is to differentiate between the Goon-like products and the Lockhart's professional or classic products. You might be saying, what are the Goon-like products? Well, Goon Grease was originally created as like a take for people who were new or who wanted an easier to use firm-based pomade with shine. And so I kind of put like a water-based clay and like anti-gravity and then, you know, the unorthodox Goon Grease and stuff like that, all in that category to where it's like an easier accessible approach to this type of product. Because Lockhart's do have their professional clay, but this is more of like a, you know, an easier to use clay. So let's get into it. I can't really speak on the label, but I will put a picture up of what the new one looks like. I think it looks kind of cool. Some people might not. It's kind of got that rockabilly look to it. And then this one, but I do like the label on this too. I think this is pretty sweet, just to say. And then the on the side, and I'll put the label up again, it has 4 out of 5 hold. I'm looking over here. 4 out of 5 volume, 5 out of 5 texture, and then half out of 5 shine. So getting into it, you can see it looks kind of like clay. It's kind of like a creamier clay. I mean, for a touting as a easy to wash out or easier to wash out water-based clay, it doesn't look like a thick, clumpy clay. The scent on this is kind of like a spiced mandarin. I don't know what the original scent on the Fat Clay is. I'll probably put it down here. But to be honest with you, I'm a little bit more lenient on the scents, or I try to be when I'm reviewing Lockhart stuff, because you can always get like an any scent, any hold, like custom scent, which is what I did. So in my opinion, like scent isn't a super big deal, because if you don't like it, you can always get a new one on one of their events coming down the line, if they're still doing that. So that's what it looks like. Let's do a little scoopy, really nice and creamy. I'm gonna take like a dime size scoop. You don't need a lot with this because I mean, you're gonna wanna treat it like a clay. When you break it down into your hand, it gets very tacky very quickly. I got damp hair, and there is gonna be tug and pull with this if you put it into dry hair. So I would really suggest damp hair. I mean, even on this, I have some hairs that I pulled out. So if you're one of those people that has like sensitive scalps, remember even though this is a water-based clay, it's still a clay. So just keep that in mind, okay? And then I'm gonna add probably like one other, maybe like a half dime scoop real quick. Break it down just to hit the back part here, because this spot doesn't have any pomade in it. That's the problem with having like longer hair, is getting everything. It's easy. That's why people say apply at the roots, apply at the roots. Here, we'll apply at the roots there. Look at that. How more rooty can you apply it? Oh, I'll comb it later. Actually, I'll comb it now. I lied. But application, I would say, I mean, it applies like a clay, but like a lighter clay. So really, honestly, it's still easier to apply than a standard clay, if that's something that you're going for, or if that's something that you're concerned about, like, oh my God, there's tug and pull, blah, blah, blah. Like, if that's something you don't like, this applies easier than a standard clay. So keep that in mind. Oh man, there's someone really cool outside with a loud car or a loud motorcycle or something. Combing through it, you can definitely feel like there's something in your hair. It definitely feels like a clay. And normally for me, I would just leave it like this and let it dry, because I think this looks okay. I mean, even in the mirror right now, when I look at it, you can tell there's products in my hair, but when it dries, it goes almost completely matte. But to make it fair, I'm gonna go hit it with the blow dryer real quick. All right, so I hit it with the blow dryer. You can tell it's a little bit more matte too at this point. And when you put your hands through your hair, it's a little bit lighter feeling. Not the feeling that you would really expect from like a clay, because clays are like really tacky. You know what I mean? So still feels thick going through the hair, and feels pretty good. So I've noticed that it being a water-based clay, first and foremost, I mean, like being real, it washes out pretty easy. That's one thing that I do really like about this, is that it being water-based, it washes out, and most of it gets almost like 90 to 100%, depending on how much you put in. If you put in how much I put in, it'll come out pretty easy. If you put how much old Brandon would put in, like jumbo scoops, then it might take like a wash and a half, but it still washes out really easy. It also leaves your hair feeling good. It doesn't leave your hair feeling dry when you have it in there. So if that's something that you're looking for in a clay, like, I mean, your hair feels dry, but it doesn't feel like dry and straw-like when you run your hands through your hair, which is a nice thing too. I like that a lot. And then the hold wise, it says it was 4 out of 5 hold. I would agree it starts off with 4 out of 5. If you let it dry naturally, if you hit it with a blow dryer, it might go down half a step, like it might go to 3.5. And then throughout the day, it might taper down to a 3. That's the only thing that this product has issues with, is that with clays, you get extreme hold. Like you get, most of them, you get like a lot of hold for a really long time. But to get that, it stays really dry. Your hair kind of is, I don't know, it sometimes it can feel bad, and like it can be tacky. So with this product, for it being water-based and easy, feeling good in the hair and easy to wash out, you're gonna sacrifice a little bit of hold. Typically with water-based products, you do that. That's just one of those things that, like, it happens. You know what I mean? Personally, if you're looking for a drier matte product, I like anti-gravity a little bit more. That's just me. I do with my hair type, but I mean, look at the results I get with this. You can't go wrong with this or with anti-gravity, personally. I feel like they act pretty similar. That's just my take on it, and I'm just gonna be real with you. But I do think that this is pretty good for what it is, and it being a water-based clay, I think that it's pretty damn good. I would give this, if I had to rate it, a 4.2 out of 5. I think that this is a great product. I think that it's a great clay. I think that it fits with the new art and all that stuff right into the Goon line, which, like I said, it's my interpretation, but I feel like the Goon line is based towards people who want easy to use products, or based towards beginners, or, veterans alike that just want products that are easily accessible, like an easy accessible water-based clay, an easy accessible paste, an easy to use unorthodox water base, an easy to use oil base. So this fits in really good. And I think it's pretty good for what it is. I mean, I don't have really too many complaints. I kind of like, when I came into it, I'm like, a water-based clay, I was like, this is probably gonna lose its hold, and it does. So not a ton. It depends on how you use it, but I mean, my hair is gonna be looking good for most of the day like this, but depends on your hair type, and it depends on just, your hair type, how much you've washed your hair, your length, all sorts of different things. So just keep that in mind, but you can always add a couple more scoops or to get the desired hold from this. I mean, with a bad product, you couldn't do that. So anyways, let me know if you guys have tried this one. Let me know if you got one of these custom shop ones before, and have a good one.